I first met Pat Ryan when I was starting in seminary. I remember sitting next to him in that first class, Moral Theology, with Father Tom Foody, God rest his soul. Pat was a tall, lanky, haughty Irishman. He took a seat next to me, and as class began, I heard these comments that were cracking me up. So I was trying to compose myself, and because it was the first day, but I couldn't stop. So afterwards, we started talking, started laughing. We built up a friendship. Because he was older than me and new to the country, he did not know the art of making a paper longer. He did not know, or rather we bonded over the very fact that I had to teach him how to double space things. He had an old car, I didn't. So he was my ride and my escape from the seminary. That connectedness has lasted now all these many years, from 1979 until now. He was ordained for the diocese in Palm Beach, I for Atlanta. He recently returned now in his retirement back to Cork. But me, I'm still going. And throughout the years, we would visit each other, cross the pond, talk on the phone, travel together. FaceTime recently, still laughing, still reminiscing, but keeping each other on task, if you will. We've been through the good times, the bad times, the joys, the sorrows, everything. So today we continue to hear these words of Jesus. And let me put it in the context. It's his farewell. He's at the Last Supper. And this is right before his arrest. And this comes as Jesus warns his followers about the hatred that they will soon experience. Love one another. I've called you friends. The words related now to love, including the word friend, philos, is also related to the verb to love, philios. It's used 12 times. And Jesus is not speaking about an abstract or romantic thing, but he provides something very special. He says, I have chose you, and I've appointed you now to go and bear fruit that will remain. This reading embraces now his disciples to love because it will fortify them for the hardships that they will surely endure. You know, this weekend we had First Communion. We had 2 wonderful sessions, and we do that about 3 times during the year. But this last session, you know, after the liturgy, we have the kids come up here, we take a picture together, and then the Knights of Columbus walk them back into the parish hall for all the reception and everything like that. We had several of Jean's Lyons kids there, special needs. And I always remember, and it stayed with me yesterday, at the end, as they were going out, there were 2 boys, they're brothers. One's very tall, and he's a little autistic, well, very severely. And his younger brother was with them. They both made their first communion. And as they were marching out, I saw the little guy take his brother's hand, and they continued to walk down. A connectedness, a friendship of brothers. Nothing was said. I just saw the little one reach his hand out, the other guy grabbed it, and they walked out together. He was leading him on. The connected tissue of friendship is very important. And that must have been part of what Jesus means when he tells his disciples, I've called you friends. The closeness and knowledge and intimacy of our most cherished friendships are signs of the closeness and knowledge and intimacy that we long for with Christ. Connective tissue, if you will. It holds us in close proximity. It invests us in one another. God has invested in each one of us, each one of you, me. And he wants us to be invested in him. That's the beauty of the Eucharist, that intimate union. That union. And I told the kids, may you always be as close to Christ as you are when you receive him in the Eucharist. It provides a medium for growth and strength, And in our humanity and in our faith life, it is a source and destination back to God, back home, if you will. The food for the journey, as we say. So we celebrate that tonight, that intimacy, that union, that friendship that the Lord yearns for you and me, and hopefully we with him. And to celebrate friendships that help us be mindful of that intimacy.